A little now. I'm checking the ingredients really very carefully. Yeah. Ryan was a character I liked.
Hi, Nicholas. Hi, Nick.
Hi,
I
Jana.
Thank you so much for your time. A pleasure to talk to you both. And what a crazy movie. So, Nicholas, I want to start with you. Like, what was the main inspiration of this idea came from?
So it was sort of just, I kind of had this idea for a while about somebody who doesn't like their life and wants to take on the life of somebody else and then regrets it, which is the premise of our film. And I was trying to find a way to do it. And it was just trial and error, and I'm a big fan of Patricia Highsmith and Alfred Hitchcock, so those influences were there. Um, and I also like noir movies, a lot. So it was sort of just a process of writing it, and pieces kind of came, and finally I realized, okay, this is a movie.
Great. And you, Nick, when you read the script, what got your attention in Raya or Jack? You know what I mean? Because you're playing both, kind of both
Right.
at the same time.
Yeah. Nick just kind of laid it out there. It was all it was a great story. It was a great character. You know, I love the kind of journey Ryan goes on, and yeah, no, I just thought it was a really well told story, and it was kind of a no brainer when I read it. So.
And Nicholas, what was like the biggest challenge like to filming Latin America? Because we can, I'm from Brazil,
Okay.
so but I can recognize, I don't know if it was Colombia, it was Mexico, some or Guatemala. I don't know which country did you work over there, but
We shot in Colombia, yeah. So it's not actually mentioned where it's happening, but we shot in Colombia, and it was funny. It was that there is this idea that every movie, the plot of every movie is kind of mirrored in the production on some level, and I don't speak Spanish. And I maybe got into a situation that was a bit like hard to deal with, just like Ryan is doing. So I felt like akin to Nick, and what Nick was going through a little bit. I had a great team of people working with me from Colombia, a production services company called Jaguar, and they were just really wonderful people to collaborate with. Um, but like I'm saying, I actually didn't feel that similar to a little bit to what Ryan goes through. And I would commiserate with Nick frequently at lunch about how neither of us spoke Spanish, and we both feel a little bit on the outs.
yeah, cool. And then like you guys work with like Juan Carlos. No, how is this experience with you, Nick? Like work with him and like the Spanish part, and can you talk a little
To
bit about
work
it?
to work with who?
Juan Carlos Messier, who plays,
Maurice.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
one. Oh, yeah, he was great. He was great. So much fun. He just has a lot of fun when he works. And it's infectious on set. I had he was also my workout buddy, so we did a lot of working out together on our downtime. Dude's very he's physically super fit, so I was trying to keep up with him. Yeah, no, I mean, the whole crew, was they seem to have the Colombians, that we were working with seem to have just a lot of fun. They really enjoy the work, and sometimes that's refreshing for me. I can get into a real serious mode acting and start taking it all, way too seriously. So that was a nice balance to have.
Yeah, and now like playing this chef, Ryan, what would you like the most about him, and how do you feel about like the meals that when you go to a restaurant, in a weird restaurant, how do you feel about receiving your plate? Are you trusting on that right now?
A little now. I'm checking the ingredients really very carefully. yeah. Ryan was a character I liked immediately. I think he's just kind of an everyman. I mean, his journey in the movie. I think I think a lot of people can relate to it. The guy's kind of dissatisfied with his life, and has an opportunity to sell out, and he takes it, and and he ends up paying the price for it, and which we won't get into and spoil too much, but yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be a lot of fun to play the role, and yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. So the way that everything plays out, I don't want to spoil because people need to watch it. And sometimes you need to just be careful what you wish for, because that can happen or not. So you never know. So Nicholas, the editing part, because that grows with the movie, what was like putting that together with the music, with like the scenes, like the prompts, the food prompts, and how that
was the best part. That was the best part, because I'm an editor by trade. I've been an editor. I was a commercial editor for 15 years, and I edited the film myself in this room during this November and December after we wrapped, and I just would come in every day and cut for 8 hours a day straight, and just completely in my own little world. And it was amazing, because what it was, because I'd written the script and I directed the film, the crew and the amazing cast, and suddenly it was like, but does it work? You know what I mean? That's the moment where it actually comes to life. So I would cut something together really quickly just to see if it was gonna work, and and then it was like I'd see it for the first time. So that was like every day was like a new gift. It was like, oh, there's something new, there's something. So I loved it.
That's great. That's great. And Nick, what did you learn about yourself, like playing this character? If you learned something, did you learn how to cook?
I learned that Hawaiian shirts look really cool on me. I didn't know that before. Yeah. I didn't learn too much about cooking. A little bit, but there wasn't much I had to do in that way. Yeah, but learned some, definitely learned more about food than I'd ever known before. So, yeah, that'd be it. That's, I don't know. Did that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
it did.
Right.
And Nicholas, what you can expect people gonna take away from the movie if you want people to learn something from the movie?
I just want them to have a good time watching the film. I want them to just sort of go along for the ride, basically, is what I'd like them to do. They're the kind of movies that I frequently want to watch myself, and so I was just trying to make one of those.
That's amazing. I just want to thank you so much for your time, Nicholas. Nick, a lot of success, and I hope people like the movie. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
If you like to support or continue to support Jana on Camera, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share the videos.